You won't hear them bragging about it. They don't show off their cars, they don't post screenshots of their investments, and they don't talk about getting rich every other day. Yet quietly, these people are building wealth while everyone else is chasing distractions. Their lives don't scream success, but their bank accounts, their peace of mind, and their freedom tell another story. The truth is, wealth isn't built in loud moments of luck. It's forged in silence through habits so subtle that most people overlook them. While others waste years looking for shortcuts, those who eventually win are mastering routines that compound quietly in the background. These are the silent habits that shape destinies, the invisible foundations of financial freedom. Think about it, how many people do you know who make more money than ever, yet still live paycheck to paycheck? It's not their income that's broken, it's their habits. Earning more doesn't make you rich if your lifestyle inflates to match it. But learning how to manage what you already have, that's where wealth begins to grow roots. The biggest mistake most people make is believing wealth is an event, a jackpot, a viral idea, a massive deal. But the wealthy understand it's a process. The process starts with invisible actions, saying no to unnecessary expenses, automating investments, reading one page of a finance book each morning, or staying calm when markets crash. None of these acts feel glamorous, but over time, they separate the free from the trapped. There's a story of a man who never seemed impressive. He lived in a small house, drove an old car, and wore simple clothes. Neighbors assumed he was just another average worker. But when he passed away, they discovered he had quietly amassed millions in stocks and bonds. He wasn't lucky, he was consistent. He reinvested dividends, avoided debt, and lived below his means. He wasn't chasing wealth, he was building it silently. You see, the quiet path isn't sexy. It doesn't sell headlines or go viral on social media, but it's the only path that works. Every small, disciplined decision compounds like interest, unnoticed today, unstoppable tomorrow. That's how silent wealth grows, not through noise, but through patience and persistence. Maybe you're already practicing some of these habits without realizing it, like saving a fixed percentage of your income, or avoiding lifestyle comparison. Or maybe you've been too focused on making it big to see the power of consistency. Either way, what determines your future isn't how fast you move, but how steadily you progress. The question you should ask yourself is, are your daily habits quietly making you richer or slowly keeping you broke? Every choice leaves a trail. Every routine builds either a foundation or a prison. Wealth in its purest form is the result of choosing the foundation over and over again in silence. Because the richest people aren't necessarily the loudest, they're the most consistent. They don't chase attention, they chase progress. And while others talk about success, they're too busy practicing it. If this message resonates with you, if you believe wealth is more about mindset and daily discipline than luck, make sure you stay until the end. What's coming next will change how you see money forever. And if you're ready to start building wealth the silent way, stick around, because this is where your transformation begins. You've just seen how quiet actions, repeated with purpose, can build a life of abundance. The truth is, most people fail financially not because they lack opportunity, but because they underestimate the power of consistency. They chase noise, the next stock tip, the next trend, the next shortcut, while the truly wealthy build systems. They plant habits that grow in silence day after day until they no longer need to think about money. Money works for them. Wealth doesn't shout, it whispers. It hides in the person who saves before spending, who tracks expenses without obsession, who invests automatically every month, who reads instead of scrolling, who asks, "Do I really need this?" before every purchase. These are the habits that compound invisibly into something extraordinary. They don't bring instant gratification, but they bring lasting freedom, and that's what most people miss. Look at Warren Buffett. He didn't become one of the richest men on earth through dramatic moves or flashy investments. He became wealthy by letting time and discipline do the heavy lifting. Decades of quiet decisions turned into billions. The same principle applies to the person earning $2,000 a month, who lives on $1,500, invests $300, and reinvests every dividend. The scale changes, but the formula doesn't. The silent habits work because they transform who you are. You stop being someone who chases money and become someone who attracts it. You start finding joy in delayed gratification, in watching your savings grow, your debt shrink, and your freedom expand. You realize wealth isn't measured by what you show, but by what you can walk away from. The ability to say no becomes more valuable than the power to say yes. But let's be honest, silence takes strength. It's easier to show off than to stay disciplined. It's easier to talk about goals than to execute them quietly for years. That's why so few make it. Because the habits that build real wealth are boring, repetitive, and invisible, but they work. And those who master them, master life. So ask yourself now, are your habits designed to impress others or to free yourself? Every small choice you make today, whether to save or spend, to learn or scroll, to wait or rush, is a vote for your future self. The man or woman you'll become depends on how you cast those votes in silence. There's a saying among old investors, time is the friend of the disciplined and the enemy of the impulsive. Let that guide you. Wealth isn't about knowing more, it's about doing less, but doing it consistently. You don't need to be brilliant, just quietly relentless. And maybe that's the lesson we all need right now. The richest minds don't live louder, they live smarter. They've learned that freedom is built, not flaunted. That progress is private and peace is priceless. So if you're ready to stop chasing noise and start building quietly, this is your moment. Re-watch this video whenever you forget why discipline matters. Let it remind you that every silent habit, every small invisible act of financial self-respect moves you closer to the life you deserve. If this video inspired you, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share it with someone who needs this message. Remember, real wealth isn't built overnight. It's built every day in silence.